We are alive. We're live in
Now you say he's got the way, but still your heart's
It's too early to start just yet. My clock wants to get cracking here. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is Thursday, the 8th of July. We're going to go live in a few moments. I just want to make sure everything comes online. Yep, YouTube is online. Facebook is online. I'm barely online. Thank you to England. Let's start the program. It's going to be one of those programs this morning. Hang in there. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild one. Oh my goodness me. I know, look at this. Hair's crazy. See you on the other side.
And now you say he's got the way, but still your heart's a set in revolution. So hear him out, you have his way. He's gonna give you a new constitution. You might have people in his father's name, and still he's Wagner and retribution. And now you say that he's got the way. When you listen to what he says, even here when he speaks today, love, joy, peace, that passes all your days.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Liftoff and the clock has started.
Four computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Good morning. Boker Tov. Good morning world. It's me, Rory, Alec. Whether you're in India, right across Asia, time to dust the sleep out the eyes. It's time to wake up and shine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Casting from the heart of Europe. It's me here in Austria. To you guys out there, a big God bless you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's time to celebrate.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's right, Jesus is alive. He's on the throne.
Nice to be in orbit.
And he loves you this morning. The chickens are up, the rooster's crowing. It's time for Good Morning World. Good morning world. Me, Rory, Alec. Great to be with you this morning, guys. Welcome. Barely alive. Morning, noon, or night. Welcome to Good Morning World. This is Thursday. I have to remind myself, it's the 8th of July. What a night last night. It was all football in this house. It was actually quite surreal because it was football with minimal emotion, except when you really thought there was going to be a goal. Otherwise, all three of us sitting in the lounge last night were barely awake. Just remember, it's late for me because I get up early in the morning to do good Daily Grind and Good Morning World and everything else. So, by the way, let me know where you're watching from, and say hi this morning, please. Let me know whether you watched the football last night. It's a big thing here in Europe, and I have to confess, I did not finish the match. Can you believe it? Carola was asleep on this couch. Mumshiline, my dear mother-in-law, was asleep on this couch. And they both awoke when I went, ooh, ah, ee. A big drama this morning. I mean, last night, watching the football. And then finally, when they got into extended time, this is Denmark and England. If you just were not into football at all, you missed a great match last night. The Englishmen were total gentlemen, actually. I felt they really played very well. Hi, Peter. Good morning. Peter saying hi there. Love you that you can join us on Good Morning World. Hey, I got to put this behind here. Show not above overlays. There you go, Peter. Sorry, I covered you up there. Let me know where you're watching from, Peter. Nice to have you with me. Peter Robert. I've got a feeling it might be all the way from South Africa, but I might be wrong on this Thursday morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, I fell asleep. I went to bed. I said, England, as I go to sleep tonight, my prayers are with you. Now, nothing against the Danes. I love Denmark. Scandinavia is one of my favorite places. But anyway, the drama gets bigger. So I awoke this morning late. I know my guest definitely overslept this morning. So I've just barely got on air. I'm here. I'm alive. And it's great to be with you on this Thursday morning. I've got an action-packed show. There's so much to get in today that there's no way that I'm going to do it based on the way everything's unfolding. But when I awoke this morning, had my first schluck of coffee. Cheers, by the way. I was delighted to find out that England won 2-1. I went to bed thinking, Lord, please let them win. Because I just think it's a moment. It's a moment in time when this coming Sunday is going to be a profound game. I know there's very important things going on planet Earth everywhere we look. Serious things. But I'm an advocate for sport. I think it's very good for us, spirit, soul, and body. And I think it really helps us deal with the stresses of life. As long as we have it in balance and we do it in good sportsmanship, right? Yep, Pretoria. Good morning. What's the weather like in Pretoria there? Peter Robert. Yeah, now I know exactly. Peter, lovely to have you join us on Good Morning World this morning. You guys must come live with us. They run their own radio show there. Very large radio, Christian radio network in South Africa. He's involved with that. So I want to kick off with some music this morning. You were wondering who that handsome young man was up front, right? It was me in 1988. I hooked up my iPad. I got my iPad here. I don't know if you can see this here. There you go. So I can play you things on the Good Morning World. Again, we take technology to a higher level here on this Thursday morning. We're going to be celebrating birthdays. I was going to have my first live guest here in the studio with me this morning. It's an empty chair at the moment. I've got a feeling it's going to drag into Friday. I have the lovely Carola K with me here, my darling wife, my better half. And I look forward to introducing her to you. But who's the man behind the hat? Listen, this was the music videos. Did my music in South Africa. In 1988, this music video was the best music video of the year. It won the Telefunken Awards. It was like famous on SABC. In fact, it's great to have you join us from South Africa, Peter. I don't know. I wish I could bring you on live. I don't know how I do that on the system. I will figure it out. By the way, Ed Hart in Thailand. Good morning. Lovely. Thailand. I guess the weather's as hot there as it is here. Okay, Ed, I can say this. The weather here this morning on this Thursday is a balmy 32 degrees Celsius. We are having our second heat wave this summer. And Ed says, where are you, Rory? I'm in Austria, in the heart of Europe, Ed. Hey, guys, this is what I looked like in 1988. No, not like that. That's... That is Rory Alec, a tender age of 23. Actually, I was 21 when we made the video. Blast from the past. So why am I showing you that on this morning? Thank you, Rory Alec. I am showing you that because, ladies and gentlemen, music is one of my first loves. You say, one of your first loves. Okay, let's be quite clear. My first love is Jesus. He's my passion, okay? But followed next, of course, and now don't get religious on me, okay? Yes, it's the Father, of course, it's God Almighty, then it's my wonderful spouse, my family, and then my ministry and all of that stuff. But you know where I'm going with. My passion is music. And with music, I've been involved ever since I was a little kid. I mean, I was taught how to play the organ. Actually, I hated my organ teacher. But anyway, I discovered that I could compose things myself. I was never really interested in playing anybody else's other compositions, but I like composing stuff myself. And that started a massive love affair over the years with music. I've spent many hours, more than I can count, producing, singing, participating, arranging, produced many, many albums, which has been my privilege. So today I want to focus a little bit on music. And yes, Ed... He says it's hotter than Thailand here in Austria. Look, I'm working up a sweat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really sorry. One of those. It's going to be a very raw and real Thursday today. We're breaking through. Ed says, yes, it's hotter. He says I'll show you what he says. He says it's 29 degrees in Thailand. With rain. Oh, okay. Well, that can't be too bad. Although it gets a bit muggy, right? A bit muggy. So, passion. In fact, I'm actually working on my album at the moment. I've always wanted to do my own album, and it's rock, and it's pop, and it's... I won't play any of it this morning. It's not appropriate. But in the future, I will share some of that stuff with you guys. And who knows, as Good Morning World community grows and as we get together down the road, who knows, we might have a big concert bash together. And I'll get on the stage and we can have some fun. Also, working on a classical piece right now. You see, the thing about this little iPad here, I take it everywhere with me. It is it's my composition station. We call it a DAW, a digital audio workstation. Very simple software that I have here, but I can compose. Any ideas I get in my head, I put them down. So I've got a whole bunch of ideas. I can actually show you guys this very briefly. So for example, there you can see there's my keyboard, so I can... By the way, did you hear that? If you did, just tell me, yeah, we heard that, because I'm not sure if it's coming through the system. I think it's coming through the system. So I can pick any of my instruments on that. Try and put my mic where I can pick any of my instruments on that. And then I lay my tracks. So for example, this is a classical composition. I was really moved seeing something a long time ago. It was a documentary on sex slavery and slavery in general. I mean, it's really scourged the planet since forever. I mean, it's just... Thanks, Ed. He says, yes, he heard. And I went down into the basement. This was about 4 years ago, and I started just playing. Hooked my piano up to my iPad, and I just started to play some things. And this is what came out. Now, of course, I've worked on it, so you're going to hear everything. But I'll hit this. Let's play it for a few minutes. Then I thought, let's add some strings. Now, imagine the piano being a character, and it is the character of the human spirit, free, flourishing in a community somewhere. Love the oboe coming in there. See, that's the oboe. And then this free spirit represented by the piano meets some stranger somewhere and has forcibly, violently, this free spirit has its freedom ripped from it. Captured in chains. The relentless chains of slavery. Builds. And now you feel the force of slavery as a concept, as an institution, politicized. It's an economy. It is part of the religious establishment even. Relentless. So you get the idea, and it goes on. It's a 5-minute piece that I've structured. I want to arrange it. I want to get it into the studio. Everything here that you're hearing is done here on this little iPad. Amazing, right? Play just a little bit more of it. The human spirit, trapped, whether it's in some slave ship or some underground bunker. Physical bodies being brutally abused, worked for nothing. And yet there's that eternal whisper. The Father above has not forgotten this human spirit, this broken spirit. There is still a flickering flame. There's an ember of hope. Powerful stuff, for me anyway. I'm just sharing this with you guys. And yet, that grip. So I can imagine the Vienna Symphony Orchestra or one of the big orchestras somewhere performing this. I can imagine an excellent piano player playing this. This piece is very difficult because it's simple in the one sense, but it's very rigid, very inflexible, very mechanical, machine-like, very cold when you've got that rhythm clamping down on that human spirit. So there you go. That was all happening on an iPad. So it gives you guys an idea of all kinds of music that I love, that I'm impassioned with. And so I've had the privilege also of working in studio with some very great people. I'm going to play a piece of music and then I'm going to see, maybe I could get my first guest in live here in the Mustard Seed studio this morning. We'll see how we'll get it together. But I had the privilege of working in an Italian recording studio. This time as the videographer. It was me, myself, 4 GoPros, 4 iPhones, set them all up and captured the jazz big band GRAZ, which is a famous big band here in Austria, recording their album, their new album, which has just come out. And this is called Summer of 18. And I think you guys and girls will enjoy it. Laid back on this Thursday morning. I sound like a radio DJ, but hey, can I say? It's media, it's music, it's creative.
Good morning, world.
Cäsar, aber down hinten der da, unisono mit mir, ja, wieder. Den spielt ganz gerade, weil ich tue ihn ein bisschen verzahnen. Genau. K, C und K. Schön. Okay. Ja, schön. Hier war der Klick. Okay, super.
Good morning, world.
It's birthday time, and then I got my lovely guest here. She made it. Helena Katerina, happy birthday on this Thursday morning, the 8th of July. Jonat Reina Kahoffer, happy birthday. Sharon Barry Sommer, happy birthday. Lonnie and Marie Ellis. Is it Lonnie's birthday or is it Marie's birthday?
We'll find out later on this morning.
And then Kenneth, happy birthday on this Thursday. We've only got 5 people having a happy birthday on this Thursday morning. Well, it is wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are wonderfully spoiled by your loved ones and your family. And we certainly celebrate the day you came to planet Earth on this Thursday, the 8th of July. Well, Mrs. Stephen.
Can they hear you? Say something.
Yeah, I hope so. Hello.
Yeah, coming loud and proud.
Loud and proud, okay.
We've got to check your mic. I'm going to put it down a little because it's...
Okay.
I've got this very muted mic.
She's got this little mic here.
Little mic here.
So, how was the football last night?
This was great, but I think I slept a little bit.
Austria was asleep on the couch. Yes. And the South African, who's British, was just sitting there rooting very hard. Anyway, I gave you guys all this morning. If you've just joined us, we're live. If you're morning, noon and night, morning we're live, good chance is coming up the half hour at this Thursday. It's as the Israelis would say, it's balagan this morning. Because I overslept. It was like, okay. But anyway, let us know where you're watching from and what you're up to today. We already have Ed ticking in from Thailand, and we've had Peter from Pretoria. And let me know where you're watching. It's lovely to have you on us. So, Carola K, my darling, we're talking about music. And I've already shown them when I was very young, 1988.
Yeah, I know.
But it did win the best music video of the year in 1988.
Yeah.
And this was in South Africa.
I was a big fish in a very small pond.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly shaking the world, but nevertheless it put me on a road to media and exploring and all of that. Of course I had to make tents, so from there I went into producing television and radio commercials and everything else. So that was, I left my first love, my passion for music behind, in a sense.
Yeah.
But over the last few years, we've really, I've done a lot of music and I've done a lot of studios, but I've had the privilege of working with you.
Yeah, that was great, yeah. I was very thankful for that. Yeah.
Apart from you, the fact that you are my better half.
Yes.
You are super famous here in Austria in terms of the jazz world. You're pretty connected there. You're super famous in terms of the universities. She's a senior lecturer.
Yeah.
For 20, how many years
21. Now, exactly 21 years, because I started 2000. Yeah.
In 2000.
In 2000 I
teaching
started.
singing. You have your own online singing school called Diva.
Yes.
The Internationale Vokale Akademie. How's that for German accent?
Not bad.
Die Internationale Vokalakademie. That's great, yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is you've got 2 wonderful boys. And you love Jesus.
Yes, very much.
In fact, your family has a whole history in terms of launching the Pentecostal church here in Austria.
Right, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
My grandfather launched the Pentecostal church in Austria with 2 other preachers from former Yugoslavia. And so he built the church up in Salzburg. And then my father was also, when he was young, he was also doing the Bible school. He was also then for a while actually preaching, and he had his church in Bad Ischl for years. And then my other uncle, his brother, took over the church from my grandfather in the later times. And he was the leader of the church, and my grandfather kept to be the, what do you call this, the superintendent of Austria
general superintendent.
For a long time, yes. So I really grew up.
So real pioneers in the,
Yes.
in the church world here.
Yes, yes.
You always loved music.
Yeah.
When did you know you wanted to become a singer?
I think I was very young, 3, 4, 5 years. I always thought, I'm going to be a singer. I love it. And I remember I was so fascinated when I saw, you know, when I was later, when I was older already, and I saw somewhere on TV somebody, and it said singer. It was like, wow, this is the greatest thing, you know. And of course, in between, when you grow up, then I had this time where I thought maybe I should become a children's doctor, and it's going around a little bit. But I was always singing. I was always in schools. We were singing. My sister and I were singing at the gatherings in the you know, when all the classes got together, and we would sing at Christmas time, and well, I don't know, in all these times, you know, the festival times. So, and
so I can interrupt you here because we're limited on time. I want to just.
I cannot tell my whole life story.
Okay. We're sharing a camera.
Yes.
and Thailand is telling me that the sound's not so great, so I put my mic off. I'm sharing her microphone. Can you?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know if you can hear us.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely testing it. Is it better if I put my microphone? Because apparently there's an echo. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Let me know, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Okay,
we're live. It's Thursday morning. I'm with
Carola
K. Stephen.
My
beautiful girl.
Yes.
Super proud of her. We've had some real fun. Let me just see here. Better now. Maybe I keep this microphone off. Anyway, we'll see.
Yeah. So did you put that one off now?
No, this is on. This we need to have on here.
Yes, okay.
And we'll see how it works there. We're live on this Thursday morning. We're going to go for, I think we're going to just do a long Good Morning World this morning. So yes. I know some of you have to get to work. Normally I'm out of here by now. It's 8:30 Austrian time. We're doing a special. We weren't planning to do it. But I've got my wonderful girl here.
Yes.
And you've obviously seen her many times on
the vlogs.
Yeah, Caroline says it sounds much better now, and Carola is just wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Peter says that's good now. Okay, good. So I'll leave my microphone off.
Yes.
Can you still hear me now, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just the presenter here. I mean.
So hopefully, I can also hear you.
Of course, I've known Carola for many, many years.
Yes.
Good friend, and her father, Walter Betchel, was my good friend as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to go behind the scene. Oh, no, actually, let's have a look at one of your music videos that I produced.
Yes.
You were playing a story here.
Yes.
And you look very... The way that the whole director dressed you up and everything else, the makeup people,
very
and the
posh,
style, very posh.
Like a diva. Yeah.
I actually got into a little trouble because we were sort of playing to get this character right, and it's somebody that share a little bit how you feel.
For me it was very unusual to not smile. You know, I'm a person who loves. I'm just a person who smiles a lot. You know, and so I had to be very serious when I sang. You know, and sometimes when I watched it later, I thought, it wouldn't have been so bad to feel the natural a little bit and really go into a little bit of a, you know, when the hope comes that you go into the smile when you think about what you're singing. And so it was all very new for me also to do this live video.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Caroline. She says, the sound is very good. Okay.
Yeah.
We're in the Mustard Seed studio. It is Thursday morning, the 8th of July. My guest arrived
just in time.
My first guest.
Today was...
My first.
Balagan. Yeah.
And we're talking about music. So you guys have seen me in 1988 when I was a young whippersnapper. If you've just joined now, I was quite cute.
Yes, it's true.
You don't believe me? I'm going to show you this. I was quite cute. Can they hear that one? It sounds crazy today. Oh, we don't need the sound. We just need to show what Rory Alec looks like. No, that's Maggie and Ronald Reagan, so that's not them.
That's not them.
Yeah, but by the way, this was a revolution. Let me just get this to the place where I can do all these things here. There he is. Look at that. Thank God when we get to heaven, we're all around the age of 30. At least that's what's been confirmed. Just imagine how good we're going to look when we're in heaven. You know that, right? When you get to heaven, it's around 30. If we're old, we get younger, and if we're young, we get older. So we end up around 30, is what I'm told. I want to get to this one place.
Yeah.
See this, Shatsilan?
Yeah.
This here, this on the lips here.
It looks quite freaky.
This is one of the reasons. It wasn't just because of my looks and my singing. It was one of the reasons why we won the Best Music Video of the Year in South Africa in 1988, was because of this whole technology of chroma keying, which then in 1988 was like a revolution.
Yeah.
So anyway, let me put that off. It's enough of that. And come back to you, my guest, my special guest. It was like, okay, but you're talking to your guest now, and now you're talking about yourself.
Yeah, well, that can go ping pong ping.
Ping pong.
That's okay.
Ping.
Why not? Yeah.
So we want to show this music video that we did with you, and you're playing a character, and we will talk about it a little bit. We're going to do an extended show today. I have the liberty of saying we can extend just by carrying on going live here. Here's Carola in Vienna doing this wonderful. I've got to find it now because my whole playing out is
I must tell you something
please,
before I show.
Please.
We recorded the scene when I'm walking in the city. I'm wearing this coat and the skirt, and to look like in the video in the other scene, and it was so cold. It was so cold, and the wind was blowing, and it was crazy, And then in the meantime, we went sometimes into a coffee place, and drank a coffee and tried to warm up, and then go out again till we had it all, and it was just a freezing day.
Here is a beautiful Carola Case singing a wonderful song. By the way, this is on her previous album, and then we'll share a little bit about the new album that we've just finished now. So let's go ahead and play this one here.
Good morning, morning, morning. Each time I see a crowd of people, I wonder, stop and stare. It's really not a proper thing to do. But maybe you'll be there. I go out walking after midnight, long and lonely, lonesome fields. My anxious heart maybe you'll be there. Said your arms would always hold me. Said your lips were mine, alone to kiss. Now, after all those things you told me, how could it end like this? 'Cause 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 One day when all my prayers are answered, I hear a footstep on the stairs. My anxious heart will hurry to the door, and maybe you'll be there. You said your arms would always hold me. You said your lips were mine alone to kiss. And now after all those things that you've told me, how could it end like this? One day when all my prayers are answered, I hear a footstep on the stairs. My anxious heart will hurry to the door, and maybe you be there.
It's beautiful.
Brings back memories. Yeah, wow.
You know, I want to encourage you and I, spirit, soul and body, we have on our soul dynamic, we have these challenges with relationships with our better halves or those that we would love to be connected, or our friendships, and that's the cry of the human heart, is to connect. And but it is also the cry of our Father's heart in heaven, you know, where he really is gently knocking on our heart's door, and he loves you. Whether you believe in him or not, he believes in you. What is your most favorite passionate music, my darling?
Oh, there's so many.
What kind of things have you sung?
I always loved Aretha Franklin very much, but I also like, of course, Diana Krall and all the good singers. For me, Diana Krall, for instance, like she did this song also, is more of a storyteller and piano player. And then Aretha Franklin was just a very good singer. And I always liked music that comes from the Afro-American, because I like the rhythm, I like the soul in it. And yeah, it's interesting when you said it's about the human relationships. For me, I remember for so many years when I was divorced from my first husband that I often thought, wow, must be great to be in a wonderful relationship again, you know. And it was a long time of waiting to, you know, you don't want to get involved with anybody after you've gone through a hard time, you know, with a divorce. And so this was a song that was, it's always songs that I sang that resonated with something, you know, with something, a hope you have, or with a wish you have, or something. And so I had these songs over my life that were accompanying me.
Yeah, on your journey.
Yes. And so this is interesting that songs that are dear to your heart sometimes then become reality, you know, in your own life. And the right man comes. Yeah, that's interesting.
You know, God is in the business of restoration, even from broken marriages, even from challenging circumstances. He is in the business of restoring. It is down to your and my heart that our hearts are right. It is Thursday morning. It is a crazy Thursday morning, and we're doing an extended program. We're going to go to the top of the hour. We've just finished. Well, we just finished before COVID. God bless COVID.
Yeah.
We were in the studio. I want to show some behind the scenes here.
Yes.
Because the song you just heard now, maybe you'll be there, was your solo with just piano. When I say solo, I mean just
Yes,
you just
yes.
it was you and Aaron. It was you and
Yes,
the piano.
yes. Great piano player, yeah, from Austria.
And just fantastic. So
Yeah.
there's the whole album is available on iTunes and everywhere
It
else.
was just the two of us doing the album.
It was beautiful. But then we said let's go in and get a classical. Bring your drums, your piano, and your big double bass. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go into the studio in Vienna and let's see a little finger snapping, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, let me know where you are. Let us know where you are. Say hi. Even if it's a relive, morning, noon, or night. We'd love to hear from you.
Together we're going
Finger
a
snap.
long, long way.
So this is Andy.
In time the rock is made from
What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off.
Such great musicians.
They're only made of clay. But our love is here too. Our love is here too. Our love is
The top jazz musicians in the country are snipping. I don't think I've ever done this before.
Different sounds, yeah?
Okay, what's this one?
That one or that one?
I think we go for the left hand. It's better.
It's higher.
Das ist cool.
Das ist Metronom.
Das war sehr cool.
Andy, come and save us all, please. Without you, we lost the rhythm.
Ow. Best.
Ow! Aua! Now we're getting some ballet going here. Schnipsel bitte, Soundcheck. Ah, ja.
Und wie lange müssen wir schnipsen?
Schnipsaufig.
Schnipsel.
in the memory, my echo, my shadow, and me.
Show the viewers your fingers. Which is the one that you pull the string with?
Oh, this one. But I rubbed them today with Beamstein. You know Beamstein?
They look yellow.
Yeah, well, he rubs them to take the skin off.
And do you use hand cream?
Yeah, Hirschtalg.
Hirschtalg. Because all of her lady fans want to know whether you use hand
We
cream.
use the hand cream here on
And I
this,
use it
and
here.
Hans uses it here.
Hirschtalg. Hirschtalg, you know Hirschtalg.
Danke.
That's a real cheap shit, but it's good.
And don't ask me what I use for my nose. I'm not telling you.
But I have a feeling the strongest clickers here are going to be Hans for sure. With that double bass finger, I saw.
Yeah. No, it's him. The piano finger.
The piano finger.
Yeah.
Do your fingers also look yellow like the bass player's fingers?
I'm not smoker.
He's not a smoker. What hand cream do you use?
Nivea.
Nivea.
No, Palmolive.
And Andy, do you use hand cream on your hands when you play the drums?
Nivea.
Nivea.
Look at this.
We're going to make some money with Nivea.
Sometimes I use Lockebert de la Suisse von meiner Frau. Lockebert is dress expansive.
No, it depends. It depends when we wash the dishes. It depends what kind of fluid we take.
Okay. So
Sometimes Rosenöl.
Rosenöl.
Aber nur im Sommer.
Not in summer.
It's very erotic.
Oops. And that's the end of our Facebook broadcast.
My
right
bass
there.
ladies like that. My
Save
bass
us.
ladies like the Rosenöl von Bulgarien. Ja, Rosenöl von Bulgarien. Aber hoffentlich pfeift
My
nichts.
echo,
Kann ja mein Kopfhörer nehmen, oder?
my shadow, and me. We three are not the crowd. We're not even company. My echo, my shadow, and me.
Wir drei.
Good morning, morning, morning.
Crazy finger snapping there.
They were playing so concentrated. So funny.
It's all on the new album.
Yeah.
Called Unforgettable.
Yeah.
Some amazing tracks, wonderful tracks. So we'll do something in the future where you guys and girls can access that when we launch it now that COVID is coming into some form of control. Jesus has always been at your core.
Yes, for sure.
I think the greatest joy that I've seen when Carola performs, ministers, is when you're on the stage in the church. And also, we've got a little piece here at Art Cross. I'd like Carola to give us the thought for the day on this Thursday, the 8th. We're running a little long, ladies and gentlemen. Hang out with us. And if you can't watch a little bit later on, morning, noon, or night, this is digital media, so you can watch it when you can. But Healer of the Broken Heart, what motivated you to write that song?
This was a very hard time in my life, and it just came. It came in one piece. I just said, I remember there's a church here where the church is in now from where my kids go to in Vienna, in that very building. And there was, then the Pentecostal church was in this building, and I was there visiting my sister, and she lived in the same house upstairs. And I went downstairs and I played on the piano and I sang, and it just came. I heard it in my head, you know. I heard the chords in my head and everything.
Even in your heart.
Yeah, and then I was right, and I thought, what am I hearing here? Where is it going? And I looked for the chords, and so I found it, and then I wrote it all down, just the words and the chords. And since then, it's been a song, and that was like 2004.
Yes,
a long time ago.
Well, I'd like to share that with you guys and girls right now. It'll really bless you. We'll start off in Salzburg, where you got your formal training in music, and Salzburg as a city had a huge impact.
For sure.
It's not just Mozart. I mean, so many greats come to. Austria is very much well known for its mountains, its culture, its Red Bull.
But also the music, Mozarteum is very known.
Huge.
It's a big,
So let's kick this off.
Yes.
We're going to give your thought for the day, because Carola's going to talk. Listen, if you're a musician and you're pushing through, you got to keep pushing, okay?
That's the most important. Don't give up. There is times where you go, I'm never going to be able to do it, and I will never be able to sing like this person or to play like this person. So, but just keep on going. That's my advice. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's yours truly, Rory Alec. I'm here with my better half, Carola K. Stephen, and we're hanging out with you on this Thursday, the 8th. Let's go to Salzburg right now, if I can find.
I cannot tell you how many hours I've practiced in my life. I say it in German, es geht auf keine Kuhhaut drauf. But I always had such a joy to test and find out what is it, how is it.
Behind the camera. On the schedule that's written on the side, you can watch Salome, and Fidelio is tonight, the opera from Beethoven.
What's happening here?
Oh, it's the festivals. Salzburger Festspiele.
And you were born in the city?
I was born in the city.
Tell us about this.
I love the city. And I went to school here. When I studied the piano, I had to play Mozart. Bach, and Beethoven and Haydn, because I'm more a singer than a piano player. So this is where I lived when I was studying, and I had such a big key to get into that door.
How long did you study music here in Salzburg?
I would say 7 years at least. And I lived here for 2 years. It's not always so touristic like now. And also I worked in the vegetable house, so that was also quick to reach from here. Everything close by.
And then it's of course the biggest joy when you come together with other people who have done a similar thing like you that nobody has seen.
I know a paparazzi. He's a soul, spirit, body paparazzi.
And I worked most of the time in the big house.
You saw some of the greats in classical music perform
We
here.
saw some of the best in the world. It was such a, I found it such a gift. This was so beautiful. And I loved when Jesse Norman sang, you could have heard a pin fall. It was so quiet in this room. Gruberova and CAYE'S, the big singers, everybody was here.
And all of us know it could be gone tomorrow. All of us know it's not something for granted. We don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted.
Ein Mikrofon für die Miriam, bitte. Gleich wieder dann in den Chorus einmal geht.
My friend, does this remind you of our studies? And she said, totally. We're in the festival house in Salzburg.
What are you doing?
I used to work here when I was a teenager. Meudele and I, my friend, worked here together. And now we're going here and having a concert.
He is the healer of the brokenhearted. And you saw there behind the scenes, not only in Salzburg, the city where you were born.
Yes.
And I'm with Carola K, my darling wife, Carola K. Stephen, here on this Thursday morning, the 8th of July. We're coming up to the hour, morning, noon or night. I hope you've had a great joy watching us. And if you're in music, just be encouraged. It all works out if you keep on keeping on. And that's for any discipline in life, any creative outpouring, any work that you're doing, that you love, that you're excited about. Keep on. Don't give up. Never give up. Beautiful.
In singing, we call it Vordersitz. That means your voice has to be in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very good sign for this. Go for it. If it's not there, it's not good for the throat.
So keep going for it on this Thursday. We're nearly at the end of the week. Thank you for being on Good Morning World.
My big joy. My big joy.
I fell on the air this morning because of England last night. I got to blame England. Go England! Won the football 2-1, and I'll be watching on Sunday. You will have this South African with his British passport in the heart of Europe rooting. Sorry, Italy. Italy's just 60 kilometers away from here, but it's England. It's England. Okay. Listen, it's been lovely hanging out with you, and thanks for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll be back. Same time, same place. Until then, encourage somebody else as you would like to be encouraged.
Love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that little bell notification at the bottom. Every time we post something, you'll be getting it. To all my patrons, thank you so much for your support, guys. Without you, until tomorrow morning, lots of love. Keep smiling, keep shining. From me, Rory, Alec.
Welcome home. Beautiful, beautiful.
Good morning, morning, morning.